Hello all, welcome to the session on SBOM Levels. SBOM, we all know it stands for Software Bill of Materials. You can think of it like an ingredients list for softwares that will tell what exactly inside it. Now, we need to know all SBOMs are not the same. Some give a quick overview of the component, and while other SBOMs give a very deeper overview of the component. In this video, we will be understanding what are the 5 levels of the SBOM from the most basic to the most detailed way. So each SBOM levels shows a different depth of details. Whatever you are seeing the levels, it looks like this. Okay, it when you go deeper, it will reveals another level, another layer of level. Okay, so if you think why exactly we need different levels, it is because uh, obviously all projects do not need full details or complete SBOM. Some teams only require speed and simplicity details, simple details, and other projects or teams require more deeper insights with respect to security and transparency. So in that case, based upon their use case, we need to choose. Okay, so here these levels, it's all about balancing the transparency with the operational efficiency. Okay, that is why these levels came into picture and are required. Now we'll be discussing what are SBOM levels. Okay, for a non-technical example, simple example, you can think like zoom option in maps, like plus minus. Okay, so if there is a Google Maps, if you open, if you zoom it at level 1, then you can see only like top cities or districts or states like that. Okay, and if you are level 5 zoom, that means if you zoom deeper into deeper, then you can see like a street view, like every house, every building, every house number, apartment, everything visible, right? So that is exactly here the levels also. Okay, um, you can see here different levels is equal to the different depth of component visibility. uh, when you are from where exactly you are watching, what level. Okay, based upon that the details will be revealed. Some organizations choose like they need more security and transparency details. In that case, they can go with a complete level. Okay, or else they need to achieve only the like fastness with lesser details, then they can go with the top level. So organizations can choose based upon their new need as well as the complexity. And as I said, it's all about multiple SBOMs approach, which enhances the by together SBOM approaches will enhance the cyber resilience. That means by using a multiple SBOMs together, that will make your system more secure and resilient. As I said, it is all about transparency as well as operational efficiency. How deeper insights you need, how faster you need to complete, or else how faster you need to get those SBOM details. It's all about that. Okay, so these are the like all the levels: top level, end level, delivery, transitive, complete. Okay, now we will be discussing about each and every layer or level in the further slides. So here let's go with the first top 3 levels, later top 2 levels. Okay, so the first level was top level SBOM. The name itself, top level. This is a simplest SBOM. It just lists the main components which is directly used within the software, and it won't provide deep details. It will just provide the name of the component and version and how they are connected. Only these details will be provided, and this level of SBOM, which is top level SBOM, will be useful when you want a quick summary or a basic checklist. Okay, check details or inventory. And coming to the level 2 SBOM, which is N level SBOM. So this goes deeper than one level. Okay, basically N means any number of levels. So it shows not just the top components, but also what those components are depends on. Okay, so this use case was you can it is very much good for softwares that's a bit more complex. Okay, not simple, but a bit more like moderate complexity, we can say. Okay, in that case we can go with N levels SBOM. And level 3 SBOM was delivery SBOM. This means This level shows everything that's delivered in the software package. Each library, each file, every dependency that's shipped in the software package. Uh, it gives a full clarity on what's being sent to the customer, and it is very much useful in, let's say, if you are buying some software from a vendor. So in that case we need to go with level 3, like delivery software SBOM. Okay, so the vendor will be providing this SBOM. Okay, and we are not supposed to creating for that. So these are the three levels of SBOM. Now going to the fourth level and fifth level, we are going to discuss that in this slide. Here level 4 was transitive SBOM. That means it includes all the dependencies, even the ones which is hidden or hidden inside other components also. It shows the full chain. It's like a family tree, we can say. Okay, so family tree of your software components. Okay, it will tracks the upstream components, the relationships also. Okay, so it will be useful for complex dependency trace. Okay, I mean the use case was whenever there is a complex dependency trace and there is a much or more relationships within one component to the another component. In that case, we need to go with level 4 like SBOMs, transitive SBOMs, we can say. Okay, and the final level of SBOM was complete SBOM. That means uh, it is the most detailed level of SBOM. It will list each and every single component plus extra information like license information or who is the author of the uh, that one, and some more metadata also. Okay, like dependencies and related metadata. So it provides basically high transparency if you compare with level 1, 2, 3, 4 till 4. Complete SBOM provides more details and transparency. So the use case for this was it can be used for critical systems where security is a top priority, and whenever like maximum security need to be achieved in those software packages, we can use this. For a non-technical example for this level 5 like complete SBOM was it's like a full X-ray of your software. Okay, software package. So that will be in a complete SBOM. Now we'll be discussing on, one moment. Yeah, I was just zooming back. Yeah, here we will be discussing on multiple SBOM approaches and their best practices. So in real life, we don't always share the full SBOMs with everyone. Here are the some best practices need to be followed. We need to make sure to share a custom SBOM with customers just for like whatever the details or information which is required only. Okay, based upon their need, without exposing that too, without exposing sensitive data. Okay, so that is most important. We need to make sure to create a customized SBOM, and then we need to share whatever the data which is required to them without including the sensitive data. Okay, and we need to keep a SBOM internally first for full tracking and security compliance. Okay, so that will help us to like comply with the standards as well as to achieve the, let's say if tomorrow the customer is asking for the SBOM inventory, then you can based upon the details they require, you can provide instantly also. Okay, and share a periodic vulnerability updates with your customers. That means send a regular updates if any vulnerabilities are found. So it is all about cyber resilience, data transparency, data confidentiality, and collaborative security. Okay, so we need to make sure as a best practice we need to balance these things. Okay, by this way you can stay secure, transparent, and protect your data also. So these are the things, and moving to the next slide where we will be discussing on some real world example. Okay, uh, here in this particular example we will be discussing on let's say uh, government insights. Okay, so here a government agency hires a tech genius, which is this, let me take it, this is a government organization and it hires a tech genius. Okay, so here the tech genius is hired. That means this was the developer for this government organization to build some application. Okay, to develop some application which is for government in-house application, we can say. Okay, And here they need to develop this data analyzer application. Okay, so the tech genius developers need to develop this application by using multiple components. Okay, now the different parts of the application have different SBOM levels. Now these are the different parts of the application software, we can say, and these are the different parts of the SBOM levels, and these are the created and these are the status. Now let us see one by one, like where exactly they are using like what level of SBOM for the government organization. Okay, so the main application, that means the data analyzer, has a complete SBOM because it's a critical application which is required for this. Okay, so here the created of this SBOM was this one. Okay, Tech Genius was the creator and delivered to the government insights. That means government organization. Okay, so it is just like a component. I mean, sorry, not a component. Comment. Okay, just a status. Okay, and the second software component was PostgreSQL, which is a database. Okay, so here the PostgreSQL only has a top level SBOM. Why? Because the vendor doesn't provide like more details. So here they are using this component as an external, right? So the creator was Tech Genius, and Data Vault was the what we can say vendor. Okay, doesn't provide a SBOM. So that is the reason SBOM creator become Tech Genius, and they provided a top level SBOM, which is level uh, 1, we can say. Okay, and the third software component was Apache Tomcat server. Okay, so here the Apache Tomcat server has a delivery SBOM. Okay, so basically which is shared by a Tech Genius and created by Server Solutions. The original vendor doesn't give the one, so that is the reason it became. Sorry. Uh, yeah, Apache server, who is the like Tomcat server solutions provider, is there. So that was the like creator of this SBOM. So that is why the delivery, that means vendor, we can say. Okay, so if you see, go back to here one moment. Yeah, delivery vendor supplied. Okay, so for that that is the reason why it came to delivery here. Okay, that means server solution, whatever server vendor is there, that was the S1 creator here. Okay, and the final component was postfix or Twilio SDK, which is SBOM level was a transitive SBOM, and the created was Tech Genius, and message master doesn't provide a SBOM. What happens here was the Tech Genius created a transitive SBOM. Okay, because the original vendor who is there, the message master doesn't give in the SBOM, so that is why the Tech Genius become the SBOM creator. Okay, if you see here for main app database and this last component, Tech Genius was the SBOM creator, and the third component, which is server solution, which is delivery SBOM. That means the server solution provided the SBOM for this. So that is the reason. Basically, it shows like how in real project we often fix the SBOM levels depending upon what is exactly available on like their scope. Okay, so that is the thing here, and here are some key takeaways. Um, SBOM levels helps us to choose how much details we want. Okay, so and the real world projects often use the multiple SBOM levels. Uh, and make sure to always aim to get a SBOM from your suppliers. If they don't give the SBOM to you, then create on your own, and for the main product always maintain a complete SBOM internally. Okay, so that is how we can build a secure as well as a transparent and trustworthy SBOM. Yeah, that's what I wanted to discuss in this particular video, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.